Welcome to another real-time trade. In this video, I'll discuss several ways to manage the trade to empower you to design a trade management model that suits your unique mental wiring. This is the stuff of the real game. Now let's join the trade in progress. Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day. It's 1:06 p.m. coming out of the twilight zone. I'm just going to click record here and see if we can get a second trade here today. Had one trade this morning right near the open at around 11 minutes after the open, something like that. And a nice 2-hour win. And now looking for another opportunity here in the afternoon. We've had a big run up, as you can see, in the twilight zone. Twilight zone begins at around 11:30. This is 11:30 right here, right there actually. And this whole run up, this nice big piece, happened during the twilight zone. Let me just show you how many points that is, if I can get this thing to cooperate. There we go. That was 26.5 points, 60 basis points on the S&P. This is the NASDAQ here. That was a very sizable move here during the twilight zone as well. There's 11:30. So from about there to there, 110 points. And the Dow, that was a big move as well. Let's take a look, shall we? Right there, 164 points during lunchtime. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it'll happen on a Friday, sometimes on a Wednesday. It has nice range expansion very often, sometimes lasting all day, so even through the twilight zone. And that's kind of what we're seeing here today. Drop down originally, and then this nice big rally here on the 30-minute chart as well. Bottom left-hand side. We've had quite a turnaround here. My trade this morning was actually short on the Dow right here. It was a 84-point win, I believe, 86 point win. And then rejected almost immediately and has been going up ever since. I'll be cutting out dead air, sideways grinding action, non-teaching moments. Keep this video nice and tight. I'll bring you back if and when something sets up. We'll talk soon. All right, guys, we're back. I'm looking to go long. The NASDAQ, guys, right here, a break of that candle. I want to see if it can get above. We had a little spike, and I'll explain that in a moment. Right there, give me 1 second. Just going to my own platform to buy stop order right there. Made it a bit tighter. Time of day, very important, 1:32. Looking for a continuation move. Difficult trade to take given how far we've come here on the upside. But this momentum feels very strong. Here we go. And we're in, guys. Long the NASDAQ. Aggressive entry. Very tight stop. For a trend continuation move here. Not loving the rest it's taking immediately here. I'll put you on pause and bring you back. And target 1 has been hit. So the 1R all or nothing trader has taken full profits and left the game. Of course, the 2R move stop to break even at 1R has now moved their stop to break even because we tapped 1R. So they will either get a 2R or a 0, which is a break even. And we'll wait to see what happens to the rest of the players. And target 2 has been hit, guys, 1.5R. And so the 1.5R all or nothing trader has left the game with full profitability. And so now we're waiting to see if the 2R all or nothing trader can make this happen here today. While we're waiting here, guys, just to explain again this trade, this is there's no really two ways to explain it. This is a trend continuation trade, as you can see, fully momentum trade. When we got this break of yesterday's high and the break of this massive structure here today, after breaking the low of yesterday, by the way, yesterday's low earlier today, and then flipping up bullish, having this rocket ship move during the twilight zone, lunchtime, right? Which is really a rare thing with this kind of velocity and speed. I waited for a new 130 candle, so coming out of the twilight zone when there's renewed volume and interest, gauging direction. Clearly there was not going to be a sell-off, which sometimes happens in the afternoon. In fact, this thing was going higher. I waited for a little bit of a pullback, got this little one here, and then took the entry. Could have been a bit earlier, but it wasn't. I was kind of watching for a little bit more of a pullback and didn't get it. And sometimes you just got to jump on board when you know that the momentum is that strong. And some of that, there's no other way to say it, comes down to 3.5 decades of trading, and you get a sense of things after a while. And that's just something you develop after many years and thousands of chart hours and seeing tens of thousands of candles form and what have you. All right, so time of day, daily structure, breaking, very, very important. Three sisters were doing the same thing, so it was very much a concerted effort amongst the participants here in the North American market. Are we going to hit 2 hour? Don't know. No guarantees of that, but we certainly hit this 1.5 hour without too much trouble. A little bit of a wait in here, but these are some funny days we're in right now with the low VIX and so on and so forth. But I'll put you on pause and we'll play this thing out. And guys, we did it. Finally, took a while, but again, this is an aggressive trend continuation play. No other way to explain it. Very self-explanatory, just continuing the momentum that was through the twilight zone as discussed. And of course, this very important break of the solid structure that we have here on the daily on a Friday and during lunch hour, which really says a great deal about the change of mood here on the NASDAQ in particular, but the others are doing pretty well as well. As a matter of fact, all three now, the Dow is up over 1%, 1.4% for the S&P, and 2.14% for the NASDAQ. What a day, what a way to finish the week. It's been an interesting grind for the last week and a half or so. The last 2 days have been much better. And for a lot of traders, not just my model, or my models, because I do have some other models that I trade as well. But it's a nice way to finish the week. Thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for clicking the like button on the way out and for saying hi in the comments. Have an amazing weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.